Hi, everyone. Welcome to This One's Dedicated To. My name's Chris Barton.
And I'm Jennifer Ziegler, and we are here with our special guest, Jessica Kim, the author of Make a Move, Sunny Park. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you for having me. So glad to be here.
Thank you for joining us. To start us off, could you please read the dedication that you wrote in Make a Move Sunny Park?
Absolutely. So, the dedication is for anyone who's ever had a hard time letting go of a friend.
All right. Could that dedication maybe apply to you? I mean, or someone you know? Is that situation something you have, personal experience with?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This book was informed a lot by my own experiences with some friendships, but also my daughters who are going through their friendship issues in middle school. So I really wanted to write a friendship novel about a best friend breakup. So I think I have multiple sources, unfortunately, because this is very common in this phase of life. And I felt like we can't have enough books about this topic.
At what point in writing your book did you know that you were going to sort of touch on the theme in the dedication?
Um, so this book is, we have a lot of books with like strong, spunky, very confident, kick butt heroes. But I really wanted to write a friendship book from the perspective of somebody who struggles with people pleasing, which is something I've spent my entire life dealing with. And these are for your nice girls, your sweet girls who are always accommodating and always, bending over backwards to make sure everyone is happy and doing what they can to keep friendships going. And so I really felt like we need to have those stories too, because while for someone, saving the world is like the biggest thing on their mind. For me, especially at middle grade age, the biggest thing on my mind, the scariest thing was, what if my best friend is mad at me? Was like the worst thing that could happen to me. And so I really wanted to dedicate this book to those readers who also have a hard time with saying no and really never always got praised for being such a good friend, but also hadn't quite learned to put themselves first yet.
Right.
I'm so glad you did that because that was me. I know a lot of young readers are going to relate to that and be, so thankful that finally they are seen and they are represented. And some not so young readers will see themselves in it as well.
And they know it's not just them who's experiencing this. They're not the first person to ever go through something like this.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like in our culture, we celebrate best friends forever, Woody and, Buzz, and, they always have the happy ending, and the happy ending is always friends finding their way back to each other. But I found in my experience and the experience of a lot of my friends and family, even, that that's not always how it goes. Some friendships are for a lifetime and some are for a season. And I really thought that it was really important to normalize that not all friendships last forever, and that's totally okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's supposed to feel sad. And we have songs for breakups, and we have exes and different things in like romantic sense. But some of the biggest heartbreaks are from when you split up with a friend, and it doesn't necessarily mean it was the wrong choice. It just means that it was, the end of an era. So yeah, all those themes are throughout the book. I try to do it in a really fun and, suspenseful way. But yeah, I feel like it's something we all kind of go through, especially when you're 12 or 11.
Well, in addition to some terrific relationships, Sunny has a relationship that really, brings out the worst in her. Since the book came out, have you heard from readers who have experienced the same sort of thing that she's going through? Or maybe they've been some of the readers have been the friend who was let go.
Oh, I have never heard from a reader who has let go, but I do hear from readers who have had to let go, and it's such a relief to know that that's allowed. That doesn't mean that you're a bad or mean person or that you're a bad friend. It just means that you've grown apart and you're going in different directions. So that was kind of like the piece of advice she gets in this really heartfelt conversation she has with her coach at the end, and she kind of breaks it down and says, not all friendships are meant to last forever, you know, and I think that was something I really wish I heard more of when I was younger. The thing I want to ask my young self and my readers as well is, do you like yourself when you're with this person? Does this person bring out the best in yourself? And I think Christy said that when she's with Bailey, it brought out the worst of herself, and you didn't like who she didn't like who she was, and she was making a lot of bad decisions. So you kind of have to you have to first ask yourself that question and then ask, is this relationship going to bring me to the best version of myself? And sometimes, the best thing you can do is to let that go. And I think it's so hard. It's such a hard process. So I do get some people who hate Bailey. I'm like, no, Bailey's actually very sympathetic. She's going through a lot, and there's definitely on both sides a lot of growing that the kids do in their friendship. But I actually forgot your original question, Chris.